Oh my God! It is the episode 129.
129.
Whoa! Of the Keep on Trucking podcast. Yeah. No. Wow, dude.
Wow.
129.
And you still got no furniture.
I'm waiting for Iram to get here, my fiancée.
Yeah.
And because I know for a fact, dude, the first thing I buy, well, I mean, actually, it already happened. I bought the shower curtain. She goes, yeah, just buy whatever. And then when I get there, I'll replace it. And I was like, all right, that's SSC on it. I am not going to buy anything. No cow. I mean,
buy whatever. And then when I get there, I'll replace it.
Yeah.
Not exactly the economical mindset.
Yeah, so I am not going to buy anything.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I just need my little corner right there with my laptop and my desk.
Yeah, it's basically like you live in a big truck now. Because there's still nothing here. But you have... It's not like that because you have the shower and you got the bath. It's the same thing. And then you got the...
I peed outside yesterday because it snowed.
Off the roof?
On the balcony. Well, not off the roof, but onto the balcony.
Onto the balcony.
Yeah, because it was like 2 a.m, like nobody was out. And I was like, well, there's snow.
Yeah.
If I just pee in the snow, it'll condensate back to the clouds.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just do that.
I don't think it does.
Well, we'll
There's
see.
probably just still piss on your roof.
No, because it was in the snow. It was heavy snow.
Okay.
That's what I tell myself.
Was it nice up there when it was snowing and you have this loft?
Yeah.
Describe your apartment to the folks.
It's a room.
Start with the address.
It's 1889.
No.
No, dude, I'm exhausted, dude. So in order to keep this apartment, so I've been to. Oh, well, first of all, I'll tell you this. I had this job interview.
Yeah.
And did I tell you what I did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Tell me again.
I'll tell the folks back home. I had this job interview for a media marketing company. So they market things online. And I'm in the second round of the interview. And the guy, it's going well. The guy's asking me like rapid fire questions and I'm answering everything. I'm like, I can't believe how good I'm doing.
He's like 2 + 5.
I'm like 7. And I'm like, was that right?
Very good.
Pretty good.
Okay.
5 + 2. 8. Very good.
Did you ever have those tests when you were a kid?
Yeah, with the multiplications?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about getting myself some of those. Because I have such a math mindset.
Yeah.
And I feel like I should have a math mindset at some points. Because when it comes to having a math mindset, I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to dig deep in my brain to find it. But if I just do a couple like divisions and multiplications every day, then it's just ready. It's just there.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the guy goes 2 + 5, and I'm like 7, and he goes, you're hired. And he goes, but one last thing, and I'm like, oh, what happened? And he goes, all right. So it's a media marketing company. He goes, if I have, let's say you have 100 hats and 24 hours to sell them, how would you sell them? Go. And I was like, all right, here we go. And prior to this, our homie Wolfgang, he had an interview with this guy too.
Yeah.
And he was like, he's gonna ask you to sell him a book. And I was like, oh, sell him a book. I'm like, all right, that's weird. So I prepared myself to sell a book. I was like, all right. Before this book, I was sad. I read it, and now I'm happy. Buy the book.
Yeah.
So and then the guy goes, sell me a hat. And I was like, oh Jesus. I'm like, fucking all right. So
before I had this hat, I was sad. Now I have it. I'm happy. Stands up.
Stands up. He's not wearing any pants. It's just his cock. Oh, it was over Zoom.
Oh no, I think I'm in the wrong office. So he goes 100 hats.
100 hats, 24 hours.
24 hours.
And I go out of nowhere, dude. I'd give it to like an influential person who's about to go on a podcast, and the people will comment, "Oh, where'd you get that hat?"
Mm-hmm.
And then
that's a good answer.
That's what he goes. He goes, "That's a good answer." And I'm like, and the interview right here, baby girl, because that's all I've got.
Yeah.
And that's all I had, because he said, okay, now let's say you have 60 hats left and 4 hours. How will you sell them? And I said, I just declared bankruptcy at that point. And he like,
all right, I'm gonna change one thing. Well, I'm fucked.
And he like kind of laughs and he goes, all right. He goes, no, but for reals. And I'm like, oh shit. But I was serious.
You thought you could charm your way out of it?
I did, dude. Yeah. Like the way I charmed my way out of everything.
Yeah.
And then I go, oh. I was like, all right. I go, well, to a social media marketing company. I go, I'd probably go in parking lots. You know, like in front of like grocery stores and gyms. I saw him in front of parking, and I was serious. And he like kind of laughed, but he just let me go. He just kept going, and I was like, yeah, I get like 6 friends. I give each of them 10 hats. We'll go to different parking lots, and I just like I had a whole strategy. I'm like set up like a white table in the parking lot, and I go on for like 3 minutes, and then he goes, TikTok Live. What was the answer we were looking for?
You went for 3 minutes on how you would set up a table in the parking lot of Walmart.
Yeah. I said Walmart, gyms, Target, the clothing stores. I was like, I was really going into it.
Yeah.
And he goes, TikTok Live.
You should, if you wanted to sell hats, you should go somewhere where there's lots of bald men.
Yeah. I should have said that.
Yeah. Set it up outside of like
the beach.
Yeah, the beach or
before. Also sell fedoras
in front of club.
Country club.
Yeah, set up a table at a country club parking lot.
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't work. They would escort you to prison.
Prison.
Yeah.
What did he do? He set up a table at a country club parking lot.
Yeah.
So after I said this answer, he goes, "Well, TikTok Live was the answer we're looking for. Well, nice chatting with you.
Ooh.
And have a good weekend." And I go, yeah, thanks. And we hang up on the Zoom, and then I'm just here in my echoey ass fucking room by myself, and I'm just like, I'm fucked. I just fucked myself out of this job.
Yeah.
This was the third interview. So
was this the guy who was blowing you off?
No. This was another guy.
Yeah.
So this was the third interview. This was like after this.
How would you sell 100 hats? Well, first of all, I would take every appointment that I set.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't him.
I know. All right.
I should have. That would have worked.
Yeah.
So he hangs up, and I'm like, oh god. So I busted George Costanza. You know when he like when Larry David, when they get fired, and then they just go back to work like if nothing happened.
Yeah.
So the first interviewer lady, she's the one who's been like setting up my appointments with everyone. Like I'll do an interview, and then I message her and I go, interview went great. Could you set up the next one? She goes, all right. So after this one, I'm like, that was not good. I'm like, I said parking lots.
Yeah.
And I emailed this lady. I go, hey, interview went amazing. You know, we really hit it off.
Yeah.
You know, just I'm free on next week because I fucking don't have a job. And I'm like, I'm free on next week. Just let me know.
You have to do
when I can start.
You have to do the like the answering machine where you like go into her office and delete the email from the guy that you interviewed with before she sees it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the help. Jeez, you're really thinking on your feet tonight. What is this, a job interview?
Oh, Luke.
All right, go ahead.
So I messaged her this telling her that it went great or whatever. Wait, what email would I be deleting?
The email from the guy that's like...
The email from the guy to her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This guy is...
I thought you were saying my email to her because I was thinking on the Seinfeld thing.
Right.
Thinking when he sends her a voicemail.
Yeah.
And then he goes and then he switches out the tapes.
Yeah, it's not exactly the same.
No, that's why I didn't laugh because I thought you meant that. And I was like, all right.
All right. Well, anyway, so you basically said, thinking maybe she won't hear from the guy that I interviewed with about whether or not my interview went well. Maybe she's waiting to hear from me.
If I know this company like the way I think I do, and it operates, they will not be talking.
Okay.
At all.
Yeah.
They'll just be relying on my word.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, went fucking great. Well, because keep in mind, they're interviewing like 30 people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and then they're like very busy in the company already. And I'm like, let me just get to her and say it went great, and then maybe he'll forget. In the off chance, in the big chance that he forgets and fucking and he doesn't hit her up, and he says bad things about me. So I message her, and then she goes, amazing. I'll set you up on I'll see what's up with the scheduling for next week. I'm like, all right. That was on Friday. Today she sends me an email and she goes, all right, I got you set up for a team. And I'm like, dude, let's go.
For a team?
Yeah.
Like, you're hired?
Well, I got an email with the final boss, the lady from that team, and then I'll be hired.
Okay, cool.
And then that's it.
Fourth interview?
Yeah.
That's how long it takes to get through to these people?
Well, I mean, it's I mean, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think, right?
I don't know. How much money is it?
80,000.
That's good.
Yeah. I feel like it's a lot, right?
That's pretty good.
80,000.
I mean, not for here, but
a month.
Fuck you. What?
You don't think that's good for a year?
I think it is good. I would be happy to make that money.
It's just, well, I mean, after tax,
you're not rich if you make that here. You're rich if you make that. I mean, maybe you are because of you eat one ramen.
Ramen.
Cup of noodles.
You could be rich if you make 60,000. It just depends. You just got to stay out of debt, dude.
Right.
Yeah. You could be fucking rich if you make 50,000, 45,000.
Yeah.
You just gotta be good.
Should we talk about my money situation?
You just gotta be good with money. I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine.
Well, it seems to be the most interesting thing going on in my life. But first of all, before we get into it, did you recap the Super Bowl at all?
No.
Do you know what happened?
You know what? Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I know about the score, and then
it's kind of a blowout.
Yeah.
I only caught the second half. Went over to Diego Matamoros' house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
In Flushing?
And it's not Flushing. I think it's Flatbush.
Oh, Flatbush.
Yeah. Great place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had some wings.
You had some wings?
I had some wings. Thank you, Diego, for hosting. But I got there at about halftime because I was meeting with my business associate / employer. And
that's a Korean fella?
Yeah.
His name is Maya?
No, his name is have I said his name on here?
No.
Well, his name is we don't need to get into it because it might not work out. So
right.
I mean, I hope it does, but every time I speak something into existence, it fails. So anyway.
Me too.
Yeah. So the manifest thing doesn't really work for me.
It works the opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
It only works for the bad things.
It's superstitious. So I got there at halftime, and the halftime show was Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was like, is he gonna sing the song about Drake? And he did, and he looked directly into the camera when he said, "Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young." Yeah. He said that on the Super Bowl, directly into the camera, and it was pretty fun. It's good.
And then it cuts to Drake in his living room with like 12-year-olds going, "Yes, I do."
Yeah. He leans in.
Look, girls, I'm on TV. They said my name on TV.
So that was interesting. And then I talked to my dad about the performance today.
Yeah.
I was like, did you happen to catch the Kendrick Lamar? And he said, yeah, I saw it in the corner of my eye. You know, one thing that someone pointed out to me, no white dancers on stage with him. Not a single white person on that stage.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I mean, there's not really a lot of white dancers anywhere. It's not really what we do. It's kind of it's a solid representation of the world. But yeah, I mean, Kendrick Lamar is for the black people. He's very for his culture.
Hot take from Luke Davis.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar is only for black people.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And me. Because I understand it. But yeah, it was pretty cool. What have you been? You didn't catch it?
That's it? What you wanted to say about that?
Well, I just thought that thing was funny about what my dad said.
That is funny, yeah. Well, I fucking ran.
That's it? What? You're just gonna get a laugh and then drop it?
Well, no, they had a story.
Oh well, no. I mean, I was gonna talk about what I told you about last Thursday, but we can get into that later.
Yeah, you're getting into your money situation.
Yes, yeah.
We get into that right now, dude. We're fucking 3 minutes in.
Yeah.
Let's start up. We're feel like we're starting off hot.
Yeah. Well, I
guess maybe not if you don't want to.
No, I do. I'm just trying to even think about where to start. I don't. It's just a whirlwind of just, kind of just getting my ass kicked. But
yeah, I'm in this city.
Basically, I had a rent due last Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I had energy. I hadn't paid energy. I was back paid on energy, so they were gonna shut it off on Friday.
Oh my goodness.
So, and I didn't have enough money for rent at all.
Yeah.
And I was barely gonna have enough to pay the power.
Right.
So I was like, I'll pay the power.
Yeah.
Because, that's if I don't pay the power, then everyone will find out that something's wrong in my apartment, So that was the
wait. You have 4 roommates. Do you guys split the energy bill?
Yeah. So
it was paid, but just not incomplete.
That's right.
Okay.
So, or no, it's under my name. I'm responsible for all of it.
Okay.
Appropriately so, and so I'm like, what am I gonna do? I got a little bit of money for an editing project on Thursday.
Yeah.
And
Prince?
Yeah.
Prince.
Yeah, so Prince paid me. And I had I'm getting ahead of it. So on Wednesday, that's when I have to pay, right? That's when I have to pay rent.
But you already paid energy on Friday.
Last month, I got a 2-week extension on my rent.
Right.
And he gave me the extension, and he asked, as in return for the favor of the extension, that I I bring the trash bins to the street and back.
Yeah.
And I was like, sure. I thought it was like, do that this week.
Yeah.
And then he texted me and was like, just make sure you do it every Wednesday and Thursday for the remainder of the lease. And I was like, oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
So I was like...
That was hilarious.
I was like, I appreciate the extension for this month, and I'll do it for the month, but you asking me to be here every Wednesday and Saturday for the rest of my lease is pretty unrealistic. I'll be paying on time for the rest of the lease, so... I think that you're gonna need to find someone else to do this job.
Take those trash bins and shove them up your ass.
And then, as the date loomed closer to pay rent, and as my money was nowhere to be found, I texted him back and I was like, "Listen,
did you notice the trash bins are out?"
I was like, "Look, you and I are both reasonable men." I was like, "I'll do it. I'll do it when I'm here, but I might not be here. And if I'm not here, then I won't have to do it, and I'll let you know in advance." Yeah. And he was like, "Luke, I have already hired somebody else for the trash. Don't worry about it. Just make sure that you pay the rent on time." So then rent's due on Wednesday, and I'm like, no shot. I can't ask him again.
Yeah.
So what I did...
Here we go.
...was I just submitted the payment. And I was like, it'll just overdraft in my account.
Yeah.
Because I've overdrafted before.
Yeah.
And I was like, it'll be fine. I'll just overdraft. And then...
That's funny.
The bank will just cover it. I'll pay back. I'll just be in debt to the bank. I thought that's how it would work.
Yeah.
Because I've been overdrafted for extended periods of time. Turns out you can't overdraft $800.
Well, it's like a bounced check.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like...
Was Christian's joke?
Yeah. I just had a rent check bounce. I probably shouldn't have written it on a basketball.
I saw him do that joke in front of a Norwegian audience, and it just fucking fell so flat.
Oh my god,
it was the funniest shit.
I love watching Christian bomb.
It's because he's so like high energy and just weird. Christian and Kiwi are two.
Yeah,
but Kiwi, it gets lit on his face when he bombs. He just gets sad up there.
Yeah.
But Christian just fucking doubles down.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you don't like me. Oh, because I'm gay. Oh, I'm gay. Clap it up for me. And his big hands.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, sorry. So it overdrafts.
So I'm just like, okay, I'll just overdraft the money.
Yeah.
And then I'll raise the money before the bank, before anyone finds out.
It's so funny saying I'll raise the money.
I'll raise the money. I'll raise $800.
Just one of those walks.
Yeah.
Walks for Luke.
Yeah. So I'll do a crowdfunding. I'll say that my brother...
Every mile I walk, Luke gets $3.
Yeah. So So I did that, and so I did that on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Prince sent me the money. He sent me about $150.
There you go.
So then I was like, okay.
Big editing job. Good editing job.
Yeah, I probably should have gotten more, but he was, he didn't want to pay me. So I was like, I was like, okay, I gotta raise this money somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But maybe if I place a bet on a 4-leg parlay in AC Milan versus Roma.
Because parlays always work. if there's any foundation in our economy, it's putting down money on parlays.
Dude, if Christian Pulisic scored a goal, I'd be in the clear right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he did not.
With your deep knowledge of soccer.
Yeah. Yeah, so that didn't work, obviously.
What happened?
Well, the four legs of the parlay were that AC Milan would win.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
Thompson, one of those fellas.
On AC Milan?
On AC Milan would have a shot on goal.
Yeah.
Raphael or something. Another player would have a shot on goal.
Shows how much knowledge you had on the game.
Yeah. Well, I did a little research.
We got a guy on the inside. Thomas or something like that. Just an Italian fellow named Thomas.
I can tell you here. I'll look at FanDuel right now.
Okay.
So that two players would have a shot on goal, and then one of them would score. So 3 players are involved in AC Milan wins.
Yeah.
So I start the game. I got a Paramount Plus subscription so I could watch it, and first 10 minutes.
So you on top of this you bought a subscription.
I did a trial, and I canceled.
Okay.
Oh wait, I gotta log in. So I start the game, and one of the players that I had shot on goal scores, and I'm like, oh man, this is easy money.
Uh-oh.
And then he scores again, and I was like, that's not good. And then they pull him out and another player that I had scoring. they take out Pulisic, and I was like, yeah, but he'll get back in, right? I know nothing about soccer.
Oh my god!
And then I remembered, I was like, wait, he's not getting back in, is he? And then
so what was the payout for the?
It was gonna be like $1,200.
So it was
let's just say it was the answer to my prayers.
Oh my god!
And here, I got it up. So it was Christian Pulisic, Rafael Leao, and Tammy Abraham. So Tammy Abraham scored the first 20 minutes, and then in like the 40th minute, he scored again. He could have passed to Christian Pulisic, who I had scoring, but he was greedy. And then they pulled both of them out, and I was like, "Oh no!" And then for some reason, I watched the rest of the game.
It was a good game.
Great game.
You watched it with the pit in your stomach.
Yeah. And then AC Milan won.
Yeah.
So I was 2 for 4. See, 2 for 4. That's not bad, but it is bad when it's a 4-leg parlay because it means you lose all your money. So then,
okay, so you were paid $150. You dropped $120 on this.
yeah, just immediately burnt away $120.
Okay.
When I have like no money and like all my bills due. So then the app FanDuel, it just gives me $50. It's like, hey, we saw that you've made 3 bets and you've won nothing so far, so here's $50 to play with. And I put that on a 4-leg parlay.
You did it again?
Yeah, but it was free money.
Okay.
And that one almost hit. If fucking Mike, I put it on hockey.
Oh.
If Micah,
all sports that you know.
yeah,
very well.
If Micah Zibanejad had 3 shots on goal, you would think hockey, they're taking shots all the time.
Yeah.
If these guys scored, it was New York wins, that hit. I was close on this one. David he scored, and then Artemi Panarin, he scored. And then Mike was kind of just a bum the whole game. He only had 1 shot on goal. If he had 2 more shots on goal, then I would have. And then I wouldn't. You would never see me again. But unfortunately, so that all that lost.
And what did we learn from this experience?
You need to bet on sports with a round ball.
Soccer has a round ball.
Yeah, that's true. No. Yeah, don't bet. It's moronic, of course. Of course. But, so... And that was the night I lost the roast, too. And that's $1,000.
Yeah.
That would have been nice. And I shouldn't have lost. I should have won.
Mm-hmm.
Can you concur to that?
Yeah. You think it'll be out by the time this comes out?
No.
Oh.
Or maybe it will come out. I think it actually will come out this Wednesday. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke Davis did a tournament grand prize of $1,000. Luke should have won by a landslide.
Dude, I should have won the first one too. Like, okay, I was out of this tournament because I lost the first round because I had Jacqueline Laurie Edwards.
Yeah.
Who was funny. And my whole jokes about her were like, you're awesome, I love you, you're beautiful, you know, that thing. But it worked. Like, I should have won.
Yeah.
And Mike Racine, he voted for Jacqueline to go with my bit. You've heard this probably 10 times now. I'm just telling it to them. And then he also didn't know it was a tournament. So he didn't know that his vote had any stakes. So he voted for her. And then Dean David voted for her because he was like, Luke, that was funny, but it wasn't roasting. It was like, it wasn't real roasting. So, and then I lost the crowd vote, which it was split, and then Rob just kind of gave it to her.
Right.
So
you lost that, and then you were out of the tournament.
And then I was out of the tournament, and then because the powers that be felt that I should have won, they let me back into the tournament.
By God.
And then I lost again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Another
and another one that I truly should have won.
Yeah.
And I'm not the person that I don't do this. I don't lie about when I lost.
You don't know,
When I lost, I admit that I lost.
We know, dude. And you losing really fucked me over because I had a parlay going on too.
4-leg parlay. I got 5 for 7 jokes hitting hard. I got one accent. I got.
Luke wins this tournament.
Yeah. But so
you lost.
Bad luck all around. But silver lining to that, Mike Racine hits me up because he feels bad for voting against me because he didn't know it was a tournament.
Yeah.
And he brought me onto the pod, and you want
to plug this?
Yeah, I'll plug it on here. Yeah. So, but I'm getting ahead of it. So I lost the bet and I lost the roast tournament on the same night, and that was the night that I had not a breakup, but I ended things with a woman. It was just a sad night. You know,
it was a cold winter New York night.
And I've paid my rent with no money. I haven't paid my rent.
Yeah,
I've pseudo paid my rent.
Negative 800.
I'm in the hole. It's just fucked.
Yeah.
But then the next day, I do Racine's pod.
Yeah.
Racine time, check it out. And he's got me playing well, just check it out. And then
Racine time.
Yeah, Racine time. And he gives me $50.
RECINE.
Yeah, time. He gives me $50. And then we go to look at the footage. The camera recorded in low resolution.
Whoa. 1080p.
No, like nothing, like 240 or something.
Whoa.
Like it just was, there was some setting. It just wasn't working.
Oh my God.
So we had to do it again.
Yeah.
And the next night he gave me 100. So that camera malfunction actually kind of saved my ass a little bit.
There you go, dude. And then you put her in a parlay.
No more betting. So I know you're kidding, but no more betting.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so the money detracts. I'm in the hole 812, and I'm like, okay, so now I'll just work against this 812. The bank is going to cover this loss, and the landlord won't be any the wiser.
Yeah.
And I went and bought a bunch of groceries, and I have cash in my pocket, and I've got Apple Pay, so I'm like emboldened by like a little cushion, and I'm like going to be able to survive with negative 812 till I figure out how I'm going to make that up. Anyway, as you probably know, the bank returned my money.
Oh.
They were like, no. No, you're not. You can't just pay $900 when you have $100.
Yeah. So it bounced on the landlord's behalf.
It bounced on him, and then he called me today, and he was pissed.
What are you saying?
He said, "What the fuck?"
He said that?
Yeah, he was like, what's going on here? And I told him, and he was like,
You told him about the parlay?
I told him about the parlay, and he totally understood.
He said
I told him about the tournament. I told him that I should have won, but the judges wanted to appear liberal. So
yeah. That was brutal. Well, anyway, so what happened with the cop? With the landlord?
I told him I'll pay him Friday, and I don't know how I'm gonna make that happen.
Today's Monday.
I got like half of what I need coming in Friday, but I'll figure it out. This is the good stuff. This is where you get the chance to shine, you know?
Again. Yeah, you get a lot of chances to shine.
Yeah. yeah. But it's a little stress inducing, but
yeah, I mean, you want to use the van? Fucking
I might, but
to do Uber Eats?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
man, do that. Because sorry, then.
Well, I thought, aren't you using it this week, though?
We
can talk about this later.
No, but
I'm just kind of painting the picture of what's going on with my life, though. But
that leads in to what I was going to talk about.
But you know what, like, is another, like, why I also kind of have no money is because, like, I've been like I put my best foot forward out in the dating pool, which is not something to do when you have no money. Yeah. But
you gotta get a little pickle wet.
Yeah.
And did you get it nice and wet?
I did. Yeah.
There you go. Now it's out of your system for 4 more months.
I'm good for a year now. I only need to clean the pipes out. I really am like that. Like if I just get laid once every couple months, I'm fine.
Ladies,
which like is probably not a good sign. Are you like that? Or no, you need to have sex?
No, I mean I see my fiance as well. Like we've been long distance for like 3 years.
Yeah,
but we see each other like once every. I mean, like a month for every 2 months.
Yeah. Did I tell you what happened on the pod, or did I just tell you outside with the girl from Hinge?
No, I don't know what happened.
Well, so we like.
You didn't even tell me at all. I don't think.
Yeah, I did. But we went back to her place last Friday, and I spent the night. And then the next morning, I stayed till like 2 p.m. Like
you stayed till 2 p.m.?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
We just like way too late. We were just watching TV, and then
You overstayed your welcome?
Well, I didn't think so.
You're like, hey, do you know anything about AC Milan?
Yeah, I didn't think so. And I thought it was a nice time. I thought we were having a good time.
Okay, yeah.
And then I text her and I go, do you like roller skating?
Yeah.
And she goes, I don't think this is going to work.
Did you toot while you were there?
No.
Did you go through her fridge?
No.
Did you happen to steal $400 from her?
No.
You should have.
I should have. But, yeah, I was like, Jesus, if I knew you didn't like me, I wouldn't have stayed so, like, you kick me out. Jesus Christ.
Wow, you stayed for
way too long for someone who doesn't want to. The whole time
PM?
she was probably just like, God, when is this guy going to leave?
Oh my God. What were you guys watching?
The Real Housewives.
You think she put something on that was like, oh, he'll for sure hate this. So he'll leave. And you were like, oh, I love this show.
Yeah. Or maybe she thought I was gay.
Huh.
Yeah. Or maybe the sex was bad.
So how was the date? You guys went on 3 dates, yeah?
Yeah, the date was good. She just said I didn't feel like a romantic connection.
Oh, you should have like, can we still fuck then?
No.
You don't care for that?
I'm not gonna. No.
Yeah. Anyway, so speaking of Uber Eats and money, so I was fucking. I needed $300 to get my rent for this month. And I've been doing Uber Eats. I make like fucking $60 to $80. This weekend, I was like, all right, it's gonna be snowing, and the Super Bowl's this weekend. I'm like, bro, I gotta Uber Eat it up. Friday night, dude, fucking 10 p.m. I just get out there. I'm just fucking Uber Eats just all night, dude. 5 hours, make $120.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, no, yeah, 120. And I already had like 151. And I'm like, bro, this is amazing. I'm like, all right, cool. I just need to cover rent. I need like however much more money. Saturday, I go over to your place, and then you're there with Alex. Alex and my hair. You guys are editing a cool thing that's coming out soon, and fucking you leave to I don't know where, and me and to go hang out with the Korean, and then I told Alex, "Oh, you want to run some Uber Eats with me?" And he
wait, this Friday?
This Saturday. This is like it's Sunday. Oh, this is yesterday.
I'm not hanging out. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I tell Alex, I'm like, yo, you want to run some Uber Eats with me? And then Neville goes, yeah, all right, I got nothing to do. Bro, so Uber Eats has this thing where it makes you go shop at a place, right? And you like get some things for them, and then you take it to their house. And you're like, here's your groceries, you fucking fat fuck. You know, get out of your apartment.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Get a fucking life.
Right.
You paid way too much for this.
Yeah.
And they go, why would you say that to me?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. So I've been doing that.
No tip.
No tip. And I go, oh. Before I get into this, somebody tipped me this. I delivered Burger King to a guy, and he goes, hey man, you're in the car, right? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, here. And he gave me this. It's if this isn't the most scammiest fucking purchase I've seen in my life, wearable air purifier. He goes, here man, put this shit on.
Wearable air purifier.
And you'll have clean air. And I'm like, bro.
For when you don't have time to wash your ass.
Dude, I was like, thanks man. I was walking around looking at this. I'm like, what the fuck kind of, what is this, dude?
Yeah.
I'm like,
hey, you want a tip? Get a bath.
Yeah, dude. And then I'm like looking at it. I'm like, this would put a tracker on this thing. I mean, he's gonna want to fucking find me and like fuck me or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So Twinkle Birds is what it's called, dude. I don't know what the hell. So
Twinkle Birds.
This was my tip from this guy.
Does this have? What? No, this is like a.
No, it doesn't smell like anything. It's an air purifier. So supposedly it cleans the air around you. It's just a bunch of hoopla, dude.
Oh my god. This thing? How does this clean the air? So
that's gonna clean the New York.
This is tiny.
That's gonna clean the New York City air around me.
It's like blowing bubbles.
Get away.
This is like about as effective as crystals purifying the space.
Exactly. Yeah. I should have bought a stone.
Yeah, this is for people who believe in science too much. who put all their faith in science. But yeah, geez, man.
It doesn't smell like anything. Stop smelling it.
I think you're just not using it.
It doesn't have a scent.
Well, have you charged it up? Have you used it at all?
No. Well, I'm scared to because he's gonna be able to track me.
Oh shit!
Oh, you broke it.
Sorry.
So
I broke the thing that never worked.
So anyway, so this is one of the trips. He fucking tips me an air purifier.
Okay.
So yesterday I'm with Mahaney, and it's like one of the shopping. So I go to a CVS, and I look at the thing that I'm shopping for. It's only two things, which is a great deal because you find two things and then you give it him. It's like $15 for me. It's lube, and me and Alex walk in. So sorry, let me back up a little. I get to the place. I'm like, yo, you want to get down with me? He goes, nah. I'm like, come on, just go down. He goes, all right. So we walk in and get there. I look at the thing. It says lube, and I'm like lube, like sex lube, and it is. It's like silicone sex lube for your whatever. And I'm like, oh, all right. The next one, it's enema. What's an enema?
That's like something related to your ass.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's to clean out your asshole.
Oh.
So it's a thing, and then I'm like, the lube is like behind the thing, so I push the thing. And
what was the third thing that you were picking up? A gay guy?
No, Alex was with me already.
Okay.
So I click the thing, and it goes bloom bloom, and like so there's like some short like Brooklyn guy goes, hey, what's up, guys? I'm like, hey man, I'm like, can I get the lube right there? And he goes, oh yeah. And he opens it, and I'm like, yo, can you help me? I'm like, where do you have the enemas? And he goes, aisle 4. And I'm like, all right. And I'm like, I don't. And he goes, it's over here. And we follow him, and he's like uncomfortable too. I'm walking with Alex, and so he thinks me and Alex are about to fuck.
Right.
So I'm like, all right. And he goes, anything else? I'm like, what are you doing tonight? You know? He's like, anything else? I'm like, nah, that's it. So then Alex is dying laughing because Alex thinks being gay is hilarious.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo,
that's why he does it.
Yeah. So I'm like, wow, dude, I'm about to go deliver this shit to a gay guy. So I pay for it, and then I'm driving. So it's a delivery. It goes to Manhattan.
Oh, dude.
And then
please tell me it was a hot girl.
Bro, it's in it's like in the projects we go. It's like in the projects Manhattan, which is in Harlem. And Alex goes, "You want me to get down with you?" And I'm like, "No, just stay here, man." And he goes, "All right." I get in the elevator. It's like going into the projects. It's always a little like not scary, but like people in the projects stop peeing in your fucking elevators. What is that, dude?
I don't know.
They just pee. They all smell like piss. There's like pee and all that. Dude, I've been doing Uber Eats for like on and off for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Every project that I go to.
Project? What are you guys working on?
Housing, Luke. Housing for the less fortunate.
You're right. Sorry.
That's a project.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's a project because it's never finished.
Luke.
Oh, sorry.
So they also like
yeah,
piss.
how are you going to title something like a state of work?
Might as well title it The Experiment.
Yeah.
The experiment for the less fortunate. The experiment for the poor.
Yeah.
It's like...
Where do you live? In a building. Just a bit. Building? I live in a build. The Biltmore. Come on, we're cooking here. This is good stuff.
Wow. It's a little raw. So...
That's not bad. A building?
Yeah. I like the project thing. I don't know, the building anatomy. It's...
Building. When you're building something, it's a building.
Yeah. No, yeah.
No, like
I get
building.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to live in a build.
Yeah.
Folks, I have no shows on the books.
and what's your take on peanuts? All right, so I get out. Alex doesn't want to get down with me. I'm like, all right, for sure. Alex stays in the car. I go and people are coming, right? So I'm like ringing the thing to get up to the gay guy, and it won't ring. The people come. It's 2 dudes and their daughter, a young girl, and an old lady.
Wow, everyone's getting involved. What is this story called? The Aristocrats?
And their cats.
Do you know that?
I know the Aristocats.
No, the Aristocrats.
I know the Aristocats.
You never heard that joke?
No.
I'll tell you after. Finish your story.
Okay.
It's a long joke.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
So we go, and then I get in the elevator, and then it's the guy and like his daughter. It's just like a little cute girl. And the old lady goes, "Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Oh, look at her." And the guy goes, "What do you say?" And the little girl goes, "Meh." And he goes, "Come on, what do you say?" And she goes, "Meh." And she goes, "Oh, she's so cute. She's gonna be an artist." And then like we're already moving in the elevator. She goes, "She's gonna be an artist. She's gonna be like and I'm thinking she's gonna say like, I don't know, like a singer or something, or like like a painter. She goes, she's gonna be like Nicki Minaj, someone who shakes her ass for a living.
Yeah, someone. Yeah, no, this woman who is saying Nicki Minaj is just like someone who watched TV 10 years ago and like just picked up one piece of culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and the dad goes, and then we get off to his stop, and then he gets off with the girl, and the little girl's like, man, they get off together, and she goes, she's gonna make you millions. And then the door closes, and then the young girl tells the old lady, she goes, oh, I thought you were gonna say Beyonce. She goes, Beyonce? Fuck no, Beyonce's way too good for that little hoe. She didn't even say thank you.
Damn.
And she goes, fucking, she just switched up.
She meant it.
She goes, fucking Beyonce. She goes, Beyonce, hell no. She's gonna be Nicki Minaj. and then we get
she
up.
did mean it as an insult.
Dude, and then we get up, and then the young girl gets off. She goes, fucking Beyonce. Fuck's wrong with you? And the door's closed, and now it's just me and her. And then she sees me. And I'm like, oh god.
Oh my god.
And she goes.
And then there were 2.
And she looks at me and she goes, you're a hard-working young man, huh? And because I'm like fucking with just a bag, and I think she knows I don't live there. And I go, yeah. And she goes, all right. And then she gets off. And I'm like, what? I don't know what she's saying about me.
Right.
So then I'm just holding lube and enemas in the fucking and then I get up on like the 20th floor of this.
She's like, wow, you're a hardworking young man. You're like Dame Dash.
Oh yeah.
She subtly insults you.
Well, Dame Dash is a hardworking. Just because he's not a good guy doesn't mean he's not hardworking.
Yeah, I guess.
Kind of like P Diddy.
Well, yeah, P Diddy is a harder worker than Dame Dash.
Yeah,
I think. I don't know these guys. Sorry,
Anyways,
Dame.
So I get up to the 20th floor of these projects, dude. I'm walking, And then it's a fucking gorgeous view of the East River.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, dude. And I'm like, wow, dude.
Just think about those projects. A lot of them are like waterfront property.
Well,
like the ones in Lower East.
On that side, but on the other side, it's not.
Yeah.
So anyways, so I get, and then I knock on the door. And remember, I have lube and enemas. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, bro, I hear it coming. And I'm like, oh boy. The guy opens it, bro. It is the fucking most shredded, shortest black guy in a thong. And nice. he goes, oh, he's like pretending to like hide, but like not even. Like the door's open all the way, and he's going, oh. Yeah. And I'm like, here, and he goes, thank you. Gosh, that's the thing. I just hear him go, I got it. Man. He's just ready to go get fucked or just fuck some guy in a gym suit.
I'm surprised he didn't invite you in.
He opened the Me too. I was honestly a little disappointed. Yeah. I get that. I tell Alex what happened. Alex goes, I should have came with you. And he goes, I knew I should have came with you.
If he had come with you, that probably wouldn't have happened.
All that stuff?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe she would have seen both of you and she wouldn't have said the same thing.
No, that lady did not give a fuck, dude. Yeah. That lady was...
Maybe he would have held you up. You know, it's the butterfly effect.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But anyway, hey, it sounds like you made a guy's night, man.
Yeah, for $15. Yeah. That's all it takes. Give me $15 and I'll get you your lube and lubricants.
Yeah. So anyway, you want to hear this joke?
Oh, yeah.
This is, if you are, squeamish, just get off.
Oh, Jesus.
So, a family walks into a talent agency, and the talent booker goes, "Can I help you?" And he goes, "Why, yes, you can." The father, it's a father, a mother, and a son and a daughter, and then the father goes, "Why, yes, you can. We're here to show you our act." And the man goes, "All right, then." So, the father, the mother, the whole family, they all strip down and start just fucking each other, and the father is eating his daughter's ass, and the daughter's blowing her brother, and the mother is taking a crap on the father's head, and then they sort of all sort of stack on top of each other, and dick and butt, and then dick and butt,
like a centipede.
Centipede. The human centipede it up, and then then the father starts pissing in his son's eye while his son craps into his daughter's mouth, and the mother sucks on the daughter's toe, and then the mother lines them all up and starts spanking them with a mallet, with a big mallet, and she spanks them until they're raw and red and bleeding, and then they all sort of do a trapezoid configuration where the mother stands on the father's shoulders and the father leaps off of her shoulders and dives head first into the erect right into boom, just right into his daughter's mouth, just
flying donkey dick,
fucking her mouth, and knocks her teeth into the back of her head. And then the son is in the corner and he's jerking off. And then this dog trots in. They had a dog. I forgot to mention this dog trots in, and the dog starts licking the mother's ass while she's blowing her son.
Nice.
And so I think that's all that happened. But anyway, so they're doing all this fucking, and then they finish up, and the talent agent is like, "Oh my god, whoa."
Yeah.
What do you call this act? And the father goes, "The Aristocrats."
Now explain to the people what an aristocrat is.
The joke is that an aristocrat is a refined, distinguished person, and someone who would not engage in such debaucherous,
a person who wouldn't
felonious
put their elbows on a table,
sexual acts with their daughter, and whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the joke, and really, it's in the telling. So I hope you enjoyed it. It's Gilbert Gottfried's joke, actually. Yeah. You never heard that joke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have.
There's a movie where they get a bunch of comedians and they all tell it. They all tell, and it's just the fun of the joke is just trying to think of what the next perverse sexual act is. So try it if you want. at home, and maybe you'll do better than me. Maybe you'll get a laugh.
And there was a dog. I forgot about the dog.
Yeah.
Trying to make it dirtier.
Yeah.
And there was a donkey. I forgot about the donkey.
Yeah. But anyway.
When you hear this,
sorry about,
Tune back in, folks.
Yeah, tune back in. Sorry about such disgusting, vile descriptions.
I think you gotta do the voice, the Gilbert Gottfried voice.
Yeah. The aristocrats.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's a good Gilbert Gottfried.
Well, anyway, you got any jokes?
Yeah, I heard it on Johnny Carson last night.
Yeah?
It was pretty good.
What you got?
There's like 3 old guys, right? And one of the old guys goes, I can't do number 1 like I used to. He goes, it just drips out, it's dribble, I can't, I'm having trouble doing number 1, and it's very frustrating. And the next guy goes, number 1, he goes, man, I'm having trouble doing number 2. He goes, I just sit there and like nothing comes out, and I just have all this medication for it, and I just really can't do it, man. And they're frustrated. And then the other guy goes, man, I do number 1 like a waterfall. It's amazing. I wake up every morning, 7:15. Just number 1 like a waterfall. 7:20, number 2. Oh, it's the best number 2 you ever seen. And then the guy goes, they're like, what the hell, man? We're complaining. You're talking about how you get up at 7:15 in the morning, you do number 1, 7:20, you do number 2. And he goes, yeah, I don't get out of bed until 9 p.m. Until 9 a.m.
Yeah, I know that joke.
Yeah, I heard it in Johnny Carson last night.
He does that?
No, guest did it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Have you heard the one about the old man who marries the young woman, but he can't bring her to orgasm? Did I tell you that one?
No.
Okay, so this old guy meets this young woman. They're in love. She's not even in it for the money. They're married and they're happy, but he can't make her come. So he goes to a sex therapist. They both do. And the sex therapist goes, yes, this is a very common issue with couples. What I suggest that you do is you bring a young, strong man into the bedroom to rub your wife's feet while you make love. And this will bring her to orgasm. So they do that, and they get the young man, and he massages the wife's feet while the old man makes love to her, and they still can't bring her to orgasm. And they go back to the sex therapist, and the sex therapist goes, okay, well, let's try this now. How about we switch it? You rub your wife's feet while the young man makes love to her. So they go back, and the old man sits there rubbing his wife's feet while the strong young bull derobes her, and he kneads into her flesh with his strong rhythmic pounding, and they devour each other. She bites his ear and draws blood, and they have rough, passionate, orgasmic sex, and it ends with her screaming so loud that it wakes up the neighbors and starts every car alarm on the block. And they're all finished, and the old man goes, see, asshole, that's how you rub feet.
Wait.
Guys, you can tell these at home. And
You can tell us at your next dinner party.
yeah. Was it too theatrical?
Oh, not the therapist. The old guy says that.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you said the therapist.
No.
Wait, I don't know.
You gotta...
No, I know.
Should we try one more? I mean...
That'll save
Jesus.
Wait, I think you said I gotta hear this back, because I thought you said the therapist said, see, yeah.
No, the
old guy says
the old guy says it to the young guy.
Yeah, that's
he's
funny.
like, see, that's how you do it. That's how you rub feet.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's funny.
It's fucking Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Dude, I had another thing today. I went, so New York Comedy Club at 5, right? Mahaney's hosting. And I leave here.
It was good.
Well, dude, listen to this fucking piece of shit story.
Okay.
So like it's like 350. I'm like my water hasn't been.
It can't be any worse than those 3 consecutive jokes that just bombed.
If you're still listening. Oh man, so my water has not been able to be hot for the past 4 days, but I still shower.
Yeah.
Don't ask me about that.
Yeah.
I still shower.
Cold shower.
Really cold shower.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
What?
Don't ask me. I still shower. Really, really, really cold shower.
Yeah.
Past 5 days.
What would I even ask?
If I still showered.
Do you still shower?
Don't ask.
Okay.
If I've showered in the past 5 days because the water hasn't been able to get hot.
Yeah.
I still shower with the cold water.
Okay.
Don't ask.
All right.
Don't ask.
Okay, so
anyway,
you haven't showered in 5 days.
Hey, nobody said that.
Okay.
So
you didn't take a horse bath?
A horse bath?
Yeah.
You mean a cowboy's bath? What's wrong with you?
In the sink?
Yeah, it's a cowboy's bath.
Oh, okay.
A horse bath.
All right, sorry.
What do I look like?
A whore?
Oh, Luke.
No, you look like a cowboy.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
So anyway, so I hit up the superintendent, and I was like, oh, I'm like, yo, like fucking haven't been able to have hot water in a while, you know. And he goes, you used to live in a van, it's fine. And I'm like, you're right.
Hot water.
And he goes,
I know you.
you don't need that. He goes, why don't you just go back to the gym, you fucking whore? And I was like, who told you that?
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, but I'll have mercy on you. And he tells me he goes, go to the boiler room, whatever. He tells me how to fix it. I go to down there, I fix it. I come up, take a hot shower, 350, get out like a fucking 405. And I'm like, all right, I gotta get out of here, dude. I gotta go to this mic. So I go to the J train. I gotta take the J train straight into Manhattan and then fucking go on the 6 and then shoot up to 20 whatever street. Or I can take the J, take it back further into Brooklyn, get the L, take it into 14th Street Union Square or 14th Street 3rd Ave, and then walk up.
Don't do that.
Well, I always do that because it's nice to have a walk.
Yeah, but if you're running late.
Yeah, I mean, well, I depend on my legs more than I would in the train system.
Yeah.
So, like, whenever I'm running late, I'd rather go on a train and then fucking run up.
Yeah.
Because if it says it's like 10 minutes, if you run, it's like 5.
Yeah. You should go J to the M to the 6.
See, now that's too many trains.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I take the J, go further into Brooklyn, get the L. I'm like, this is fine. I'll get to 3rd Ave, like around 4:50, and then I'll just run up. And Alex is hosting, so he'll let me on. I get on the L. I get on the J, take it back to the L. Goes to Lorimer, and they're like, hey assholes, L's not going into Manhattan. Ha 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 ha.
Dude.
That's what I felt like they were saying.
Brutal.
And I was like, bro, fuck. It's like 4:40. I'm like, dude, I get off the train, dude. I'm on my phone. I'm like, there's no buses from here that go into Manhattan.
Right.
And I'm like, trying to figure out a way. I'm like, geez, I'm standing next to a rack of city bikes, all blue. And I'm like, fuck it, dude. It's 30 degrees outside. I'm like, fuck it, dude. I go, I unlock a city bike. It says, well, for the blue ones are super cheap because they're just piece of shit bikes. It's $5 to get from Williamsburg. Is that Williamsburg?
Yeah.
From Williamsburg all the way up to 24th Street in Manhattan. It's $5. I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, it's cheaper if you go over a bridge.
Yeah, I call my Haney. I'm like, hey, dude, the train's not going into Manhattan, whatever. I'm like, I might be late, I might not make it, but whatever. He goes, yeah, he was just shoot through if you get here in time. Bro, I get in it. I book it, dude. I'm fucking avoiding cars. There's fucking people going, hey, it's too cold to be riding a bike. What are you doing? And I'm like, shut up, hooker. And the hooker's like, oh. Bro, I'm going up the Williamsburg Bridge. And, bro, halfway up, it's such a steep fucking thing, dude.
It's a hard ride.
Halfway up, I'm panting. There's like cold air coming in and out of my fucking breath at this point. At this point, I'm just a snowman, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going, and then I'm like passing people though. I'm like gagging. I'm like, because I'm in such a bad shape. Like phlegm builds up in my throat. I'm like spitting it out. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna quit, dude. There's no fucking way I'm getting up this bike. It's crazy embarrassing.
Yeah.
I can see the pinnacle of where the bridge like straightens out.
Dude,
and I'm like,
it only goes up until it goes down.
Bro, I'm like, here we go, dude. I get to the part where it flattens. I'm like, yes. It's like a little turn, and then it's just a steeper hill. I'm like, dude. I'm like, did I fucking think that this bridge was only this long?
Yeah.
I'm not even like past the water yet, and I thought I was on top already, bro.
Yeah,
I'm like
right by the Domino sugar. Yeah, it gets flat, and then you gotta. That's what I mean. Like it.
I know, dude.
Well, you did it today.
So I'm like riding out. My legs are about to explode, dude. I'm like gagging. I'm spitting. I'm like somebody fuck me.
Yeah.
Somebody's. And I'm
Damn, you're riding that thing.
Dude, I am, dude. I get off. There's like lube and enemas everywhere.
Yeah.
I get off and I'm like, oh.
You see the guy on the thong again? He's like, okay.
He's like, hello.
Okay.
So I get up. I'm like, fuck this. I'm just walking it. And then like the people who I passed earlier in the first stretch, they just like kind of like go past me. People were like looking at me and they're like, look at this piece of shit. He got off his bike.
Yeah.
It's very frowned upon getting off your bike on the bridge. Like people just give you looks.
Well, you're not supposed to be walking on that side.
But I'm holding the bike.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I gave up, all right? I'm not just walking. I gave up. And then people were like looking at me and I'm like, oh, dude, fuck this. I wait for it to get flat for like 2 seconds. I get on and I'm just flying down, dude. But even at this point, my legs are still like, I just have the sickest pump of all time, dude. There's like phlegms. My eyes are fucking tearing up.
Yeah.
I'm just spitting everywhere. The spit's like getting cut in my face because I'm like spitting forward. And then I get down. I fly all the way up to 24th Street. I put the bike on the thing. I'm like running to the... No, I'm not even running at this point. I'm like, dude, if I fucking didn't make it, who gives a shit? When I get to the mic, it's still happening. Alex sees me. He goes, all right, closing us out. So there's like one...
When did you get there?
Bro, huh?
When did you get there?
I got there at 5:40.
Oh.
Bro, so like there's one guy and then me. So then Alex is on stage like introducing like the guy before me. I'm in the back. I'm just coughing, dude. Because it's just cold air stuck in me. I'm like, I'm fucking... And like, I don't even know what jokes I'm gonna say. I'm just like, and then he calls me on, and I'm just up there like my eyes are still like fucking. I'm like a Chinese guy. I'm just like, and then I made it on time, and it ended up being a good time, dude. But it was the most brutal thing that's happened to me.
Yeah. And
I'm like, I gotta get back in shape. I gotta start running again, dude.
Yeah.
But that was today, and I don't know if it was worth it.
Yeah.
But
well, how was the set?
When I was a workout for today, it was pretty good. I tell you the new joke I have.
Which one?
Well, it's not even a joke. It's just a line I added from the book.
Have you heard about my joke about the building? Building? They should call it a build.
Building?
You live in a building. No. What about the one about poop?
Poop?
Yeah, the one about wiping your ass. That one's pretty good.
So what was that one? Oh, I like that one.
Yeah. Should we get off?
Yeah, man.
All right. Well,
an hour and 4.
Yeah. Listen.
Oh, the KOTs. Those were called the Cots.
The Cots. We can't name our fan base. That's ridiculous.
Our Cots.
Okay. Thanks to all the Cots.
Does that feel silly?
It feels wrong in that you would name your own fan base.
Did we expect them to name themselves? There's 60 of them.
Right. Right. There's enough of you where you can just go by your name.
That's true. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
Old Clutch 311.
Thanks, Josh. The other Josh.
Josh Davis.
Maybe Sean.
Who's Sean?
Sean Malay.
He doesn't listen to this.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks to everyon for listening. And
hey, wait, did you see in the last? Like,
we're gonna put a link. We're gonna put a
back.
link down there. GoFundMe for.
Oh yeah, help loop.
Yeah, just you know,
walk for loop.
This is my cry. This is how I ask my dad for money. Because he listens to this pod. He's gonna text me. What? What's going on?
I hope he gives you a fucking earful of gambling, dude.
Yeah,
that was
stupid.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, lesson learned. Don't trust the Europeans with your money. Only bet on Americans. Good Americans. I think that was the lesson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And
parlays longer than 3 are no good.
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
That's it.
Thanks for tuning in to the episode 129.
Yeah.
Public Keep on Trucking Podcast. Yeah. No.
Cheer. Are you calling me a racist?